Everybody, welcome back to Magika, episode 15 with me, Sid, where we're not actually playing Ars Magica. We are playing Mana and Artifice, the spiritual and natural succession to Ars Magica. Now, last episode, we found this location here. There's a witch spawner over there, which is really good. They've got this lovely cave, and I built myself a little dock. The map in the area is... I've actually explored a wee bit further as well, so we've got quite a few things to explore at some point. Not necessarily today, but whenever I see something that I want to give, we need to explore that actually as well. Explore, because that is another portal. It's got some gold and nice stuff. Save that one. There's a graveyard there. There's more exploration there. There's more exploration there. I think that's a graveyard there off the top of my head. I have been around, and when I did my little catch-up thing, that's where these are areas that I was mining on. So, yeah, there's just so much stuff to do. So much. There's another explorer up there. I have kind of been... I've been everywhere. I've been doing the work. And now the cat wants to go out again. I'll be back in a second. Right, and at the end of last episode, I'd left us with this, and at the other side of that, probably at best maybe a 10 by 3, 10 by 5 room, which had a bed in it. I have done a little bit of work in the meantime. It got bigger. So this was the original entrance hall. We've come in. I have made this structure in here. We've got a hall going off this way, which we've done nothing with. We've got a hall going off that way, which we've got done nothing with. These were a mistake. I think I want to change these up for another thing. And over here I have started making the start of a storage area, which is designed like a vaulted cellar. That's the thoughts. Over here is my magic stuff. Magic things all sorted. Over here is miscellaneous things, wood and empty, and then over here is bloxes, and I've got lots of those bloxes, and I think somewhere else I may even oh, in here I have a load of other bloxes because I went mining. This is from the mining trip when I did my little channel update. So these bloxes are the blue version of that, and then the rest of this stuff is all ores and coal. So lots of stuff going on there. So plans for this episode. Well, let me show you something else, because this is not just where we stopped. I have got going over this side the start of a upper floor, and it is literally the start. I've done very little in here, but over that side is a bloody great big cave, which I'd like to light up and actually incorporate into this design somehow. And these doors are there to contain the water for water elevators, which if we go in this one here, we've got chisels and bits coming down, water elevator. I've just used trapdoors at this point, and I've already got down here my new spell crafting grid. I want to change these up to something darker, like Blackstone or something. I just don't have any right now. But it still all needs decorating. But this was all kind of stuff I could do. My affinity for Earth is now 100%. Now, you will recall in Ars Magica that having an affinity of 100% was bad, because if I fell off of something 2 blocks tall, or if I haven't even got anything 2 blocks tall to fall off of, have I? I took damage. That's not a thing. Don't do that. And at 100% affinity in previously in Ars Magica, you would sink like a stone. Now, what happens in Manner and Artifice is if we have a look at the Oculus and go and have a look at my affinity, Earth is the opposite of, and I think Earth is the opposite of air. So air spells should cost me more, whereas water and fire are opposite. So if you get more affinity in one, these ones, you know, you're less aligned, if you like, to that. Right, in here I have got a spell. It is a self summon workbench. There's no delay, it just does its thing. It requires some stuff, and it requires 4 ink, 2 paper, and 2 of those. So we are going to craft that spell. And I am going to need some more vellum, because the next thing I would like to do is actually create a touch shear. So there's several spells I want to make. This requires 3 vellum, 6 ink, and 2 of the arcane ash. So we are going to need to pull together. What do I need to pull together for this one? I need more vellum. Vellum is leather, which I know I got plenty of, because I haven't got plenty of it, but I've got a goodly amount of it. Let me just do 8 worth, and I need 1 of those, and we'll just go and borrow some water from outside, and okay, can't do. Oh, well, might work. We'll give it a try. These are here for a reason. We will come back to those in a moment. But what I want to do is, well, you get, so wow, you don't get much out there. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Right, that's that. We'll sort out water sources and stuff for this eventually. That's kind of, you know, a thing to do later. We'll pop you away. We can stick our vellum away in here. Arcane ash. I can't remember how I made arcane ash. Let me just come out of there so I can get rid of that. Type in arcane ash. Arcane compound. In that. So yeah, I mean, this large amount of this area was just getting this dug, so we we had the relevant things. I didn't know these joined up, by the way. That's another thing that I found out. They act like a multi-block, so that's all good. So touch shear, bang, let's make some of that. And guess what that does? And then the felled oak is one I want, which is going to be a touch spell. So basically going to make up 3 rapid spells. Now I want a light spell, but I don't want it to be a touch spell. I want it to be a projectile spell, and I haven't got projectile modifiers yet, so that is a thing. So we're going to have touch and felled oak. Yep, that's fine. We'll make you up. And we'll see where that goes. That's all fun. I am really actually enjoying this. I've enjoyed making the spell itself. You know, the spacers, the starting of this design here. As I say, these need to change. I'm not entirely sure. I tried it with chisels and bits, but they flood out, so that's a no-no. So yeah, it's a little bit always a little bit awkward, but not a problem. All right, so we need Vitium, book, mystic focus. How many mystic focuses do I need? Because I'm going to need several of those. I'll have 2 mystic focuses for you. 2 mystic focuses for you. Right, so I need mystic focuses. And before I continue on, let's make that water breathing charm. So that's what we had in the last episode. I did find 2 of these charm bases, so that is going to be a fire resistance charm for when we go to the nether. Not necessarily today, but it's going to be a charm for when we go to the nether. So we'll have our water breathing and we'll have our fire resistance, and I probably want to get rid of potion stink particles, don't I? So I'll have to go and find a mod to do that, because I don't want to turn particles off, because I quite like particles. I just don't want the stink particles. So, right, let me start pulling together the contents of this. I'm just going to see if there's anything peculiar. I don't think so. That's pretty straightforward. Infused silk we'll need to do, but we've done that before, so there's nothing new there. Nothing really new there, just needing these focus things. Just the mystic, this one. Glass and nuggets. Okay, back in a moment. Alright, I actually need some chickens, so I've been forced out into the wilds. I don't really need... I'll keep it anyway. Let's just pick everything up. Clearly, there is an infestation under here. But not a problem. We've got plenty of storage capacity for all of the good things that are, or were at least, in there. Take that. Yes, why not? However, it's not answering my immediate need for chickens. I'm not taking the sea pickles. I have to draw the line somewhere. Plus, sea pickles are dead easy to grow, so you know. So these guys, I presume, are under there. However, I need chickens, and I'm not seeing any over here. So sheepses, cowses, chickens' noses. Right, I need to get my boat because I left it down there. I was expecting to not have to come back for it, so I shall put a little bit of this away. Gold ender legs. Wow, there's some fun stuff in these things. Oh, and let me just go in there, take out the nearest and remove it. There we go. Right. Yeah, I'm not going to belabor going off getting chickens because, you know, they are, after all, only chickens. And but actually, I don't need chickens. I need feathers. I don't have any. So I am going to go and sort that out, and I'll be back in a second. I'm back even sooner than I thought. There's something weird over here. I have no idea whether it is friendly. I don't know what it is. It is a mushroom soldier, so I'm going to guess it's a fairy faction creature. It does not seem to be aggressive right now, but I haven't got a faction, so you know, I'm not considered a threat, nor am I considered a friend. So, but there you go. That's a fairy faction critter. I've not even considered factions yet. But right, I need to find chickens. I'm gonna, I don't know, try off this way perhaps. See what we can find. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, so while we're out here, I want to draw your attention to these. I wondered what they were, and on another one I just decided, well, what happens if I try and draw look what happens. It's more stuff to carry. What I will be very interested to find out is if we can, what's the word I'm looking for here? Silk touch, that's the word I was looking for. Silk touch these, because these are pretty. I think they would be excellent. But you certainly can't do that to them. Grey conch, and there's actually some good stuff there. Even when you can't do that. But I can at least get the grey concrete. It's mine. I long for the day when I have the ability to get myself and do a higher magnitude thing, an iron level pick. Anyway, I have got 2 feathers. I am giving the chickens a chance to lay a few eggs in the area because there's a few chickens. I don't want to kill them all. What I would actually like to do is get myself a very simple chicken farm going, and sheep farm and cow farm and pig farm. Probably again using the same technique. Oh, he does not sound he really does not sound very nice. Hello. What are you? Oh, it's a ghoul. I don't like him. He's bloody scary. Right, where did I heard a pop? So that means a chicken popped out an egg somewhere. I think I'd have popped out an egg if somebody threw one of them at me. I can't see where. No. Damn it. See, if I kill these, then there's no opportunity to pick up their popped out eggs. And they're reasonably close should I need more. So, you know, it's kind of a swings and roundabouts thing. Alright, I'm going to hunt around just see, because there should be more chickens around. I'm fairly certain there was quite a few on this strip of land. And there's a village down there, so hopefully there might be a few over that direction. No, you're not going looking at that as well. You haven't got the storage. Actually, you've got the storage. You've got the no. Yes, no. I will leave those until another thing. I actually want to do some building and make some spells today. So, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. All right, I think I have almost everything I need to do this. However, there is a thing called a practitioner's pouch, which basically allows you to store a ritual, the chalking element of it. So, and it is also part of our advancement criteria. I'm not sure, was it that one? Yeah. Which craft a practitioner's pouch. So we need to complete 15 of these 19 tasks to get to tier 2. Needless to say, we haven't got that close to that yet. But I'm just trying to remember what it is you need to activate. I can't remember there was arcane compounds or things. So initial set, start a new. The orientation doesn't matter. Then orientate center. Then activate the center of the ritual with purified vitium dust. So it's purified vitium dust. I've got plenty of that. I've got you. I also do want to just know practitioner's pouch. To bind a pouch to a specific ritual pattern, sneak while activating the center of the ritual. Hold the GUI key and right-click the pouch to open it. Place all the items needed for the ritual inside the pouch. Activate the pouch on a sufficiently sized empty flat space to instantly place and activate. Wrong one. That's the other thing. I need to come up with a way of indicating the down versus the up, but I don't have to worry about that thing burning my tootsies anymore. And you needed book and that is book and that. And that. So, does this work? This ritual cannot be stored in the practitioner's pouch. Well, it won't be. I mean, there's no point storing the whole thing. Maybe that's not going to help me. Right. activate the ritual. Grab all of that and place you there. Now you're going to want an armour stand there. You want a bivouac there. You'd like your Vitium dust there, your arm there, and that there. Then reactivate it with get me thingy ready, because you're going to want me to do some nice simple spell. And that is Summon Workbench, which I'll just call it Crafting Bench. Now what I would like is the ability to get some more icons in here, because none of these really, I mean, that might be, maybe that could be a crafting one, I suppose. It really doesn't matter. But there you go. A crafting bench. So that replaces that. And we're good. Next, redraw the ritual. I've got plenty of chalk. And redo, I need another purified Vitium dust though. That is the only thing. So we've got our purified Vitium dust. We're going to take this one and place you in. And then it wants the clay there. Feather. Vitium. Silk thingy hoo for what's a majig. Focus. Vitium. Focus. Shears. Activate that. And get ready for whatever symbols I need to draw. A triangle. And a square, because this is a bit more complicated. And a diagonal line. Or whatever they're called. I mean, they've probably got like proper names. But right, so this is shear. Again, there's probably nothing even remotely applicable in these graphics to be a shear spell. So try and come up with something suitably amorphous that doesn't really have anything to do with what we're trying to do, like that. And of course that replaces shears. I'll never need shears again. I do need one more pure Vitium, so I've got to go and sort that out, and I'll be back in a sec. And the third spell we are making today drawing with a mouse, not the best thing. It's a bit like trying to draw with a brick in my experience. And that is we'll call it just felled oak. We'll give it a suitable icon. I think we might manage to find something, possibly a leafy one or a brambly one. I think a leafy. Leafies will be good. We're going to go in really big like that. That's a good old tree. Right, these are all done. Let's go and see. It is daytime. So let's go and put these Let me go and put some stuff away for starters. I suspect that ritual pouch may not be as useful as I would like. Just call me cynical, but you know, just got that feeling. And then once we've played with these, we are going to get on and actually do a little bit of building in the entrance hall to start off with, because you know, you've got to start with the start before you move on to the finish. Right, so I need to find a sheeps's. Pigses won't do it. We need sheeps's. I know there's some over there. I really should stop and pick those up, but I don't think I'm ever going to be short of flowers, judging by the way they're spawning. So, probably not a great concern. Keep. Yeah, won't break the boat. That's interesting. I mean, there was a chance it might have broken it and just, you know, dropped it, but yeah, sheepies. There were loads up there, but I don't want to go into the snow. I don't like snow. That's not a sheep. Those are also not sheep. That, however, is a sheep. Right, so if I take that and go... Guess what that did? Never need to worry about shears and them... Whoop, you naughty. Sneaking up on a poor defenceless wizard. So yeah, we've got that. Obviously we've got our crafting bench now, that's all good. That's, oh yeah, graveyard, I've already marked it. Let's just head over to those spruce and see a man about a felled oak tree, which I realise makes no sense in the grand scheme of things, you know, going to see a spruce with a tree labelled felled oak. But that will allow us to put this to the test. And this, if I understand the spell correctly, chops down the tree. Ow! Very loudly. Sorry about that. I didn't realise it was quite that loud. Well, while we're out here, let's just go over to that graveyard, because what I would like to do is basically steal it. I mean all of it, including the tree and the walls and the iron and everything, because probably better to wait until daytime. But let's go have a quick peek at that and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, it is now the next day and we're going to go in. We'll have a look at... This is a different format. If I was a... If I was the kind of person who gambled, I would say that there's probably not a spawner over here. But there is all of these lovely, lovely graves, so we'll quickly clear these. We'll have those. We'll have that. Break that. Right, well, there's all these good bits on it, but let's just start with the graves. That's... I'll look at them and then I'll sort and dig everything up later, so we can like share the joy of grave robbing. For the most part, nothing exceptional. Unbreaking 3 could be useful on something. I don't know what right now, because most of the stuff I'm working on is not breaking. So, and then you've got you. Actually didn't have much in you at all, did you? And then we've got the tree chopping spell, which we're going to try out here. Wow, that brought it down. That really worked. Anyway, let's have a quick peek in here. We got some gold, got some copper. Again, nothing. Oh, a piece of diamond, which is not bad. Let me quickly raid this for parts, and I'll be back in a moment. Right, I just want to have a quick look. I haven't got a lot of gold to play with this, but does that look like a viable solution to the water elevators? Because those doors most definitely do not. Now obviously we would need to power some redstone in the block behind them, and of course I need a pick to You don't need to power them redstone, they're just trapdoors. Do need that though. Okay. Now I've not got enough gold for this. This much I do know for certain. I've got enough for 5 more, which would give me 6. I actually need 8. It's kind of... I can deal with this later. What I do need to do right now is get a design for this wall and this ceiling, which I think looks nice and classy. We can get some lighting in, and you know, these will go off, and I'll probably just black out the ends somehow with something, or even just leave them for the time being. We don't have to be absolutely perfect, but I have got this lot here, and these make some very nice green blocks. Green is not a colour I normally would build with, so I want to give this a bash. Let's start off with that. Grab myself a little scaffold. So the ceiling in here is a dome. I'm going to also, I need calcite, I think it was what I wanted, because I'm going to go for a classic white look, but I think we are going to go with calcite. Well, let's give those a try. So they will go sideways, so that's good. Right, so let's start off with the top. And obviously I do need to do something about lighting that cave up at some point. But if we were to go and take you across like that, I can't obviously get them sideways on easily like this, but I can probably come up with something different for that. And then up here coming with this nice rich green roof. That might work. I may take the middle out and put some supporting in, I don't know, but we can experiment with this palette all we like, because I made sure I got plenty of this green stuff. Let me just stick a torch down here for a second. And we'll start there and come out. And then if I just whiz down here a wee bit, it gives us a feel for that bit, and then we can come up here so that would give you that nice finish there. My thoughts were also to go here with these. No. And then we need to come up with something else for the sides, but that's fine. And I actually do want to go and get that coal at some point as well. Because, you know, fuel is valuable. And we should probably now what have I done here? That would be like that. And then we do something at the back just to keep that kind of going there. Yeah, still need something for these 4 points here. But other than that, I think that will give me a good starting point. So let me get this thrown together, just the white and the green, and then we'll come back and we'll investigate the rest of the room. Back in a second. Quick update, we're making some progress, but I've run out of white wool. The graveyards have been invaluable for getting red dye. We've got pumpkins lit up under some of these, not all of them. I've gone for like a little fountain affair in the middle of the room with our waystone on it, and chiseled in a little bit of a shape there, gone with some designs there. This has got that, but that will repeat over here. There'll be another barrier there. This is probably as long as this is going to get, but obviously we know we've got that massive great cave over there. Similarly over this way, put these in ready. I do need to get some more glass and chisel that and that so I can run my water elevators up here. Now there is an elevator thing in the thing. It's nothing new. It was in the old one. It was the levitator as it was in the old version, I believe. Or was that the arcane levitator? But there is if we have a look at that manor and artifice, there's a lot of things here which I don't know what half of this stuff does. Apparently there's some storage in the mod which we will investigate at some point. There's a bubble boat, there's a brimstone boat which I'm assuming allows you to do. There's a crystal phylactery, crystal of memories, that looks like it stores experience. There's a whole load of awesome looking things. There is a spell book which I do need to make, because I think in fact I should probably have what we need to do that now, so maybe I should grab that while I think about it. 1, 2, 3, a couple of paper and 4 leather. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think between episodes I am going to have to sit there and start looking at getting some basic animal farms going, because like I say, I need wool, and there's an element of why bother doing a wool farm on camera when you know, it's you're already open by holding left control and right clicking. Left control, right clicking. Then we can put felled oak in there, and we can put the shear in there, and that open the radial menu by pressing Z, and then we just go and pick our spell. So perfect, that makes life easier. I'm actually tempted to put the crafting bench in there as well, and then we'll put you up there. Because right now I don't need shears and I don't need to chop trees down, but I do potentially need that. It's daytime. I am going to go and shear some sheep. I'm also going to try and corral some sheep together. I wonder if I've got anything to do the corralling with. I mean, I've got plenty of timber, but I don't really want to waste it just on sheepses. No, I have got wheat though, so we can make. Let's just leave most of those behind. I don't think I'll need all of that. So we can get the sheeps into a hole, perhaps with that's an idea. Yeah, let's get a ladder. We'll dig a hole. The grass can grow down into it, and then we can go get some sheep sorted. There's some sheep over that way, so we don't have to go a million miles, not like I did last time I went sheep hunting. I did get invaded quite a lot by ghouls and creepers over the night, but the creeper I left to, well, you know, creep, and the ghouls couldn't get through the door. They're too big, so I bravely killed them by standing behind my door where they couldn't get to me. It worked, don't knock it. Yeah, anyway, let me go and just get a few basics underway, and I will need to come up with something a little bit more permanent in the long run, but let's just go ghetto for the time being, and we might as well turn off the light level indicator. I don't really need that right now. Back in a sec. Okay, this is almost done. I just want to, well, for starters, I want to stick a few sea pickles in there, and then I want to use a few of these candles around the place, just for texture, and in a few places we'll have a little bit of light off them too. Have them all lit. Got the cauldrons and the old cauldrons and bushes going, but this is it. You come in, you've got your nice entry hall, these braziers, you've got this. Oh, now I have blocked these off. These are just blank walls for now, but I have continued this through and continued on with the theme. So those two are blocked. This brings around here. We've got another door here, just that will go through into this storage area, so to speak. And I am reasonably happy with this. It's things I do need to get more calcite. Definitely, I need to find myself some more geodes. That's a given. And most of our stuff is reasonably clear and done with. So there's a little bit of bits and pieces going on there which I need to tidy up, but I am happy with this. This takes you down, obviously. No, that takes you up. This is going to take a while. This takes you up, down into here. We need to decorate this next. That's our next thing. And the floors are at least 3 blocks thick, so it does mean we can have a different texture on the bottom to the top, and if we have water it won't leak through, so that's good. And we can go over here. This will take us up to this level. Nothing up here obviously at the moment. That will take us back down, and I will change these doors. That's a given, but right now they're fine. So I think that does the job nicely. So if I can just get myself a nice little picky like that. I would have probably gone with purple carpet, but I've only got a limited amount. Let's be honest. Red dye for days, blue dye, not so much. So that's the thing. I was wondering about weather, and we'll just see how this looks. If I can get myself just pop a little bit of foliage in there if I can. I don't know whether I'll be able to reach that from there. That's the only problem. Again, I don't want to go mad with these, so I'll just pop a couple more in, and we'll kind of leave it at that. But I need something to get up there because you can't do it from where I am. So I was thinking maybe about here. And I believe you can trim these with shears. By the way, I did have shears, and I also made shears because my shear spell does not work with leaves, of all things. One of the main things you would, more so than even sheep's, you tend to go for the leaves. Now let's see if we can get those to grow a little bit and just add a little bit more interest, but not the end of the world if they don't. I'll may need to give them a little bit of helping hand with some bone meal. And yeah, next episode I'll probably try and work on, I don't know, either storage or spellcrafting area. We'll maybe try and get some more spells into the repertoire as well, and see. Okay, you just that. I wonder whether that is too dark. Yeah, I definitely can't reach those ones. Doesn't matter. We'll see what they do, and if they don't do out, then nothing lost, have we? Anyway, entry hall complete. Let's move on to the next phase. Till then, thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now.